How's it going, guys? Cameron here, Canadian Gamer, coming at you with another video. Hope you're all doing well. Crack open the wine. It is a Saturday night, and we got a couple of things to talk about here. A couple of things Nintendo Switch related. You know, that's the topic of conversation right now on my channel. So, yeah, we're in the middle of a cold snap right now in Ontario and other provinces as well. Yeah, brutal cold snap. So now is the time to sort of stay in, hunker down, get somewhat caught up on some of your backlog, which I'm trying to do. I'm getting through The Darkness, which I've really been enjoying for the Xbox 360. Won't really talk about it much here, but I hope to complete that game over the next week, and then I'll put out a review on that. You guys seem to be receptive of my fast thoughts videos that I have been putting out. The last one I put out on Sega Ages Outrun for the Switch. I got quite a few views on that video, and not that that matters. I don't know if that's because it's a Nintendo Switch video I put out, or maybe there's just an interest in that game, but pretty cool stuff. I was talking to my buddy Marcus from Dads and Lads Gaming, and he was telling me, if you press, the capture button on the Switch and hold it, you can record video, which I didn't even think to do. I knew you could take snapshots or pictures of your Switch, of your in-game footage. So I went and checked it out last night, but when you hold it down, it does record video, but it's only for like 2 seconds. It's crazy. I don't know why it's like that. But apparently with the Nintendo Switch, it's also dependent on what game you're playing. Some games will allow you to capture more footage than others. I don't understand that. It sounds like it's a Nintendo thing. Maybe you guys can leave it in the comments below. Maybe explain a little bit more about what is up with that. I'm just going to try to fix my camera here. Yeah, it's a little bit more straight. You know how we roll here. This is just a hack channel. We can do stuff like that, right? There's hardly any editing on this channel. Editing videos, it's a fine line, because if you're not getting millions of views on your video, I'm not going to spend 3 hours editing a video that's only going to get 300 views. Again, it's not about the views, but it's about time management and being realistic with your time, right? Anyways, getting way off topic. I didn't even want this to be a long video. We're already at the little over the 3-minute mark, so let me take a sip of my wine and we'll get into it. So I went to a GameStop today, formerly EB Games in Canada. And as a lot of you guys know, I'm trying to build up my Switch collection. I don't want to have a lot of Switch games. I just want to have enough to fill up the little slots in my... slots, not sluts. In my new case I picked up, I can fit about 19 games in there. I'm trying to be very selective with the Nintendo Switch. There's not that many games that really pique my interest to the point where I'm going to go out and buy a physical copy. That being said, there was a few on my list. And when I went into GameStop today, I saw 3 of them there. And totally impulse buy. I bought 3 games, and after tax, it came to $175. I'm not proud of that. But at the end of the day, again, I don't plan on going crazy with the Nintendo Switch. So if I just buy the games that I want, and then at some point cut it off, at the end of the day, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, when I look at my collection of Switch games, I'm not going to really be thinking about how much I paid for those games, right? And the thing is, the main point of this video is just to talk about how expensive it is to collect for the Nintendo Switch. These games are never going to go on sale. And when I mean sale, I mean like $20. It's rare. You might find a Switch game for $20, but not a first-party release, or one that might not be first-party, but might be like a AA release, as you'll see here in a moment. So I went in there, and I quickly show you what I picked up. I picked up Illusion Island which is kind of like a spiritual successor to the Illusion games on the Master System and the Sega Genesis. Now, I played this today, and it's amazing. Dare I say, almost like a Metroidvania. The levels are really long. I can't believe more people aren't talking about this. This should have been a front runner for Game of the Year. I mean, I'm blown away by it. I really enjoy this. I think this is a really good game, which I think you can only play on the Switch. And I wanted this so bad, so I picked it up. Obviously, there's really nothing in here. And we'll talk about this more in the upcoming weeks as I continue to play it. But yeah, this is, if you guys were on the fence about this, no, it's good. It's really good. And so I paid full retail for this. And this was, I think, $50. I bought this one pre-owned. Cuphead. I've always wanted to have this game. When it originally came out for the Xbox, it was an Xbox exclusive. And then finally, we got a physical release, but it was only a case with a download coupon. It was really weird, and it came with a special collector's card inside the case. I don't know if you guys remember that. And then more recently, in recent times, we finally got a physical release on the Xbox One, the PS4, and the Nintendo Switch. So I finally picked up Cuphead, and I think I paid $40 for it. And what's cool about this, I don't know if it comes like this with the PS4, and the Xbox. There's actually some content in here. Again, we're getting off topic here. I really didn't want to talk about this. There is a Cuphead Club membership card. I think it's just a mock card. I'm just showing this to make Megadan 29 extremely jealous, because I know he wants a physical copy. And Cuphead funnies, just like you'd see in the old newspapers back in the day. Really cool. So I picked up Cuphead. I'm not really going to talk much more about that. I haven't played it yet. Obviously, it's a very iconic game at this point. Very cool. And I had to have this one. I didn't know that there was a physical release. I paid $65 for it. I came home later and I saw you could get it online for about $45. So I paid $20 more than I probably should have. And that's Deadly Premonition 2. Wow. A physical release of Deadly Premonition 2. Deadly Premonition is one of my most favorite games of all time. One of my most favorite Xbox 360 games. A little bit of a map in there. Isn't that right, Zach? So I couldn't believe it. I had to have it. It was an impulse buy. Yeah, awesome. But yeah, 3 games, $175. Yeah. So that's it. I just wanted to sort of get it out there and talk about the Nintendo Switch, about how expensive it is to collect for this console. It's crazy. It is crazy. There's the argument that you could sell these games if you wanted to get some of your money back. I know there's an argument to be had there. I don't think we're going to see these games go on sale very often. You can find a lot of these games on the classifieds for like a little bit cheaper than retail. As an example, I saw Metroid Dread, somebody was selling it for $50, whereas if you bought that at the store, it's $79.99 Canadian, and then you add tax, that's about $90. So you're saving quite a bit of money buying it used. But then you're driving around and on all the rest of it, right? So I don't know. I just wanted to sort of get it out there. I wanted to get your guys' opinion on it in the comments below. How do you guys cope with the cost of collecting for the Nintendo Switch? It's an expensive endeavor. They also had another game at GameStop that I had in my hands, but I had to put it back. I can't remember what it was. It's actually like an indie title. I think it's an indie title. Blasphemous 2. That game looks really good. They had a copy there. The Mario Golf game looks really good on the Nintendo Switch. I don't know. It's just, for me personally, I can't go down that road. I can't be spending $175, $200 every time I go out and buy a couple Switches. 3 games. $175 Canadian. 3 games. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So that's it. I'm gonna collect a handful of games for the Switch, and then I'm gonna cut it off because I can't keep this up. That's just, unfortunately, it's too expensive. It's cheaper if you can get a multi-plat game that was released for the Switch. You know, in the case of Cuphead, it's cheaper to get said game on the Xbox or the PS4 than it is to get it for the Switch. It is, because you could probably, if you look hard enough, you could probably get a copy of Cuphead for $20 for the Xbox. So, you know, part of the reason why the Switch is so expensive to collect for, I think it has to do with the popularity of the system, but I also think it may have to do with the fact that the game is on a cart, because I think the cart holds more value than a disc, right? So, but yeah, it just blows my mind. You know, 7 years into the lifespan of the Nintendo Switch, and we don't see any signs of the products, or at least the games, going on sale. It's crazy. I've never seen a Nintendo Switch at the thrift store. I've never seen a Nintendo Switch game at the thrift store. I see Switch games at the pawn shop, but usually it's nothing really good that I'm looking for. And then when you're going to the point of sale and you're buying these games, this one, luckily, it was pre-owned, but these ones, they didn't have any pre-owned copies. I had to bite the bullet and buy these full retail. What am I going to do? These are never going to go on sale. So, yeah, it's an expensive endeavor. I don't want to go crazy with it. I'll pick up a couple of more games, and then we'll call it a day. It's too much for me. I fold my cards. I tip my hat to you guys that are able to amass a nice Switch collection, because I don't know how you guys do it. Not to mention, these cases look like garbage on a bookshelf. Fucking garbage. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Just a short little show and tell video, but I really wanted to get the discussion going with you guys. I don't have much to say about it, other than, yeah, it's super expensive. And I would like to know what your guys' opinion is about this matter. Do you guys throw caution to the wind? Do you just go out there and just pay full retail for whatever it is you want? You got disposable income, you don't care? Or are you like me and you're pretty frugal, and when you actually go out and you buy 3 games for almost $200, you go home shaking your head? So that's it. I'll cut it off there. Almost at the 14-minute mark. I hope you guys are doing good wherever you are. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be back with something a little bit later. And have a good rest of your weekend. Take care.